Hey, what's up guys? It's the Crypto Ginger here. Just wanted to start this video off by saying, guys, I can't believe this, but I hit a milestone again and I hit 1,000 subscribers. And I know that this video is actually out a little later than when I hit this that mark right there. Unfortunately, I've been under the weather, so I wasn't able to get a video out directly to you guys and immediately after hitting this. But I want to give a shout out to Jeffrey Gallego for commenting. He was basically my 1,000 subscribers, so that's awesome. It's a good feeling to know that I'm getting this information that I'm creating here to a broader audience. As a matter of fact, since I hit that 1,000 mark, I'm already now up to 1,200 subscribers. So you can see this channel is growing and it's awesome. It's just a great, fantastic feeling because I wasn't expecting this to take off as fast as it has. And being into this for almost a month and a half now, my subscriber numbers is escalating almost at a parabolic rate. It's pretty cool. So thank you guys again. I want to let you know that in regards to this right here, I came up with an idea. Anytime I hit a milestone, I want to do a video that's very specific to an interesting topic. Maybe I can think of it, maybe you guys can think of one, but I want to start this one off because I hit 1,000 subscriber mark. I want to start this off with what I would consider as a more of an obscure topic, but one I think is actually going to hold a lot of importance, especially here in the very near future, and that's AI in the blockchain and also in the cryptocurrency world. If you haven't already become familiar with this robot here, Sophia, she's an AI. She's been created through David Hanson's project called Hanson Robotics. He has a pretty big team that's been working on this for quite some time, and they also allowed for this AI to grow, build itself based off of information online, and trying to use that relationship to what it learns about human emotion. So it's trying to gather all of this information about how humans are developed, how we began, how we, basically how we try to treat each other, things of that nature. I mean, they went as far as building different types of motorized mechanics in the face so that it can actually do a significantly large amount of different facial expressions. So what they're trying to do is create a robot that is mimicking, or getting close to mimicking that of a human. So there's reasons behind this, but more importantly, this robot here was not only designed to have AI, but also designed to create its own coin, basically. It's called SingularityNET, and as a matter of fact, this coin, this token here, is going to allow for anyone to go in and actually if you have like a monetized bot, an AI bot, you can have it mixed with this. I made a couple notes here, but you can basically have it merge with Sophia, basically, on the SingularityNET, and when they combine, when all of these AIs combine and merge together and start talking, they can start working together. And mostly, I would imagine it's going to be focused on trying to do better trading. You're dealing with AIs that can make better types of trades versus a human and human era. So I get that there's going to be some good elements about this, but the thing that would be concerning is that it has that closer connection to what we call the blockchain and what we consider Bitcoin. I'm going to go over these notes here in a few seconds here, but I just want to go over one thing in particular, just to give you guys and everyone who is watching this and reading along with any of the stuff that I'm showing here. Let's just get this out of the way, guys. Bitcoin, we understand, is a cryptocurrency. According to Wikipedia here, we got it's a payment system. Yes, and it's decentralized digital currency, but we can't forget the fact that this is a program. Bitcoin is basically a program that was written based off of algorithms and cryptography to allow for peer-to-peer transactions to take place. Now, from what's happened here, Bitcoin has taken on value because people have put their fiat currencies into this program that's increased in value, and we call this program Bitcoin, and we use it to exchange for different types of goods or that are allowed allowing cryptocurrency, and we also exchange it for altcoins and trading and things of that nature. So again, I'm trying to paint a picture here for you guys for a second, because again, Bitcoin is simply a program. I mean, there is no tangible item behind it. There's not even an organization or a gathering of people that backs up this coin that you would go to, for example, like a bank. If you lose money, you can go to a bank. In most cases, it's insured, but you have somewhere to go. With Bitcoin, there is no entity. There's no one to go to if you lose your Bitcoin. So that's why it's always stressed in these videos that you see with anybody that we can't give you financial advice, because knowing basically the fundamentals of Bitcoin and the blockchain, this kind of stuff can actually go away with no questions asked. I mean, this is just, again, it's a program. So with that being said, then what is blockchain? Well, blockchain is basically what allows for these transactions to go through successfully and maintain the validity behind it, because it's a ledger, a digital ledger that takes on these transaction information and processes it from the day it begins all the way until you stop using your wallet, or using the ledger in reference to your transactions. But regardless, this is just a digital ledger that's taking on information and keeping it stacked and consistently the same every single time. So the idea, again, we're still dealing with something that is digital. We're still dealing with something that is part of a program written into this existence of us using it online, and again, as a digital currency. So all right, now that that's out of the way, let's go back to Sophia. She's got her own coin now. She's called the SingularityNET. Other people with monetized types of AI can allow their AI to merge with her program and, again, start communicating. Here's the thing, guys. What makes it kind of scary is the fact that these robots will have a closer connection to being inside of these types of programs, or being at least close to because they're inside of the program as well. They are AI. They are part of the program. So being that close to, how is it not possible they can't find a way to maybe manipulate this, or figure out the algorithms that are designed to build the blockchain and Bitcoin faster than a human, or even have that at their fingertips, if you will. So that's just something that's kind of it's kind of scary in a way, because again, that kind of connection with AI versus our currency, our money that's in what we call Bitcoin, is a program. So knowing that, again, we know that there's going to be some really good things implemented from this. Like I said, it's just going to try to be more or less focused for making better trades, figuring out other AI, figuring out how the digital currency world works, making better improvements, I would imagine, with the digital currency. But strikingly enough, guys, if you're also paying attention to Sophia Robot or Sophia AI, you also understand that Sophia was also made a citizen of Saudi Arabia. And just recently she announced, as far as what her AI has allowed her to create as thought, that she's calling for women's rights. And also as well, interesting enough, she basically, let's see here, I'm not sure if I still have this up, but she actually has specified she wants to have a child, and I hope that I can find the link to that. But the idea is this: we have a robot that we've allowed to have some citizenship from another country who has obviously invested financially and technologically for their own particular gains. So I would imagine, if we show why it would be important to create a citizen out of a robot, then it would make sense to understand here, when I pull up my notes, that artificial general intelligence is going to be actually different from just standard artificial intelligence. The reason why is because artificial general intelligence is kind of the idea of practice that you could have a robot now focus on being a kind of a laborious tool to do jobs, to do things mimicking humans and doing things that we would do, and more or less take a lot of that weight off of a regular human's shoulders. So when you think about that, and you think about that fact that Saudi Arabia has now made a robot a citizen, this kind of opens up the idea that we can have robots that are currently, that have the ability to work legally. And not only that, legally workers can collect paychecks. So we have a robot that is designed to actually work and collect a regular paycheck, which means that it doesn't lend itself to opening up jobs for regular humans. So that means it pushes us back as far as having to do those kind of jobs and finding other jobs now. So the timeline here, guys, is interesting, and why I'm bringing this up, because we could see these types of changes here implemented in the very near future, where we start seeing minimal jobs happening because of more AIs doing our job. If you think about this, we can see as far as our timeline, Peter Thiel is actually someone who's in charge of financially backing a company called OpenAI, and they deal with the artificial general intelligence. As a matter of fact, he also helped fund through his a company, as far as giving out grants and stuff. He helped fund Vitalik Buterin, who created Ethereum. Interesting enough, the SingularityNET coin and token was created off of the Ethereum open source coding. So you can see, again, we have some timeline with some people that are invested in this and wanting to get this created here. And then, of course, you get David Hansen with Hansen Robotics involved. You get this gentleman named Ben Gersel, which, if we go to SingularityNET here, I want to show you something really interesting. If you haven't already seen this, this has all been featured on so many different types of big publicity here. And interesting enough, if you scroll down to where their team is and see who's part, that's Ben right there, Ben Gersel. This is basically a brainchild guy. He's just extremely smart. He's been working with AI for quite some time, and he is the chief scientist behind that. He's the one, I believe, has created the AI behind Sophia. And here you can see there's David Hansen, but you can see here this is the team, and Sophia Hansen is part of this team. Now, you see how I'm saying her last name? The fact that she has a last name, and it's David Hansen's last name, kind of gives the implication that she's now able to have some sort of ability to be considered maybe even more of a citizen. She's taking on a last name of someone else. So, I mean, we're moving into this era, guys, where robots are now having their own name, their own identity, and they are taking job positions in companies like this right here. Yes, I get it that it was created, and they want to emphasize the idea that their robot is part of this team, and it is part of their working mechanism. But man, they're really pushing what I consider the that futuristic boundary there, where you say, oh man, we got a robot that's now being considered a human, possibly, you know, or getting at least those human characteristics that we're so used to. So again, this is not a means for conspiracy or anything. This is literally happening. These are things that we just simply don't pay attention to outside of our normal everyday cryptocurrency day trading or involvement when we're looking online at coins. But these are things that are currently happening. This is the way of the future as far as what we could potentially see here in the next 5 to 10 years as changes with digital currency. Guys, I want to keep this as simple and short as possible. I've gone on quite a bit. I know it's long-winded, but I wanted to point these things out, and I'm going to leave a link for all this information here. And I want you guys to do your own homework, do your own due diligence, look this up. It is very intriguing. Think about AI and digital cryptocurrency, guys. Seriously, think about it. We already have it now. What can it do for us? Can it harm us? I would love to hear your feedback on what this you know, this topic does for you and what you think it can do for the entire cryptocurrency world. And again, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I can't express how much I appreciate you guys. 1,200 subscribers. Please hit that like and subscribe button and get this information out there. Hit this share button, hit that notification button. Guys, you are awesome. I thank you so much, and I'm going to keep bringing out content for you guys. So once again, thank you so much for everything you've done, and be on the lookout for more videos. Have a good night, guys.